Imagine waking up one day and realizing you have your first $100,000 invested. For most people, that number feels almost impossible. They think they need a huge salary, a perfect investment, or some secret strategy. But the truth is much simpler. Your first $100,000 isn't usually created by one giant financial decision. It's created by a series of small decisions repeated for years. And once you understand the math behind it, the goal suddenly becomes much more realistic. Today, I'm going to show you a simple roadmap to reaching your first $100,000, starting from wherever you are right now. First, understand something important. Your first $100,000 is usually the hardest. Why? Because when you're starting with $1,000 or $5,000, your money isn't doing much of the work yet. You're earning. You're saving. You're investing. You're building skills. But once your investment account becomes larger, something changes. Your money can start producing meaningful returns alongside your own contributions. That's the power of compounding. Your first goal isn't to become rich overnight. Your first goal is to build the machine that eventually makes wealth easier to grow. Step number 1 is simple. Increase the gap between what you earn and what you spend. Think about two people. Person A earns $60,000 a year but spends almost everything. Person B earns $50,000 but consistently keeps $10,000 available for saving and investing. Who is building wealth faster? It's not necessarily the person with the bigger paycheck. It's the person with the bigger gap. This is why increasing your income can be incredibly powerful. Learn a valuable skill. Ask for a raise. Change jobs when appropriate. Start freelancing. Build a small business. The goal isn't simply to make more money. The goal is to make more money without allowing your lifestyle to consume all of it. Step number 2. Create an emergency fund. Before aggressively investing toward your $100,000 goal, you need some financial stability. An unexpected car repair, medical bill, job loss, or family emergency can force you to sell investments at exactly the wrong time. A common target is several months of essential expenses in an accessible savings account. The exact amount depends on your situation. But the principle is simple. Don't build your investment portfolio on top of financial instability. Build a foundation first. Step 3 is where the real wealth building begins. Invest consistently. Let's imagine you invest $500 every month. That's $6,000 per year. If your investments earn an average annual return over a long period, your contributions can potentially grow significantly through compounding. But here's the important part. The market will not move upward every single year. There will be good years. There will be terrible years. There will be crashes. There will be headlines telling you to panic. Your advantage isn't predicting every market move. Your advantage is staying invested and continuing your plan. Now let's talk about the number that changes everything. Your savings rate. Suppose you make $5,000 per month after taxes. If you spend $4,800, you're investing only $200. But if you can reduce your spending to $4,000 and invest $1,000 every month, your progress becomes dramatically faster. You don't need to eliminate every enjoyable thing from your life. That's not sustainable. Instead, focus on the expenses that repeat every month. Housing. Transportation. Debt payments. Subscriptions. Eating out. Lifestyle upgrades. A small reduction in a recurring expense can give you money to invest every single month. Step 4. Avoid high-interest consumer debt. Imagine investing your money while simultaneously carrying a credit card balance charging you a high interest rate. You're trying to build wealth with one hand while the other hand is pulling money away. That's why high-interest debt deserves serious attention. Paying down expensive debt can be one of the most powerful financial moves you make. You don't need a complicated portfolio if your debt is constantly working against you. Get the foundation under control first. Then give your investments room to grow. Step 5. Don't depend on only one source of income. Your salary may be your biggest source of income today. But it doesn't have to stay that way forever. You could develop a freelance skill. Create digital products. Build a business. Earn income from investments. Or develop another legitimate source of income that fits your situation. Then take some of that additional income and invest it instead of immediately increasing your lifestyle. This creates something powerful. Income growth without equal lifestyle growth. That's how you accelerate the journey. Now here's something most people underestimate. The first $10,000 matters enormously. Why? Because it proves you can do it. Going from $0 to $10,000 teaches you how to budget, save, invest, delay gratification, and stay consistent. Then $10,000 becomes $20,000. $20,000 becomes $30,000. And eventually, your investment returns can become meaningful enough that your money starts contributing a larger portion of the growth. The journey doesn't feel linear. That's the magic of compounding. Let's imagine you eventually reach $50,000 invested. At that point, even a hypothetical 8% annual return would represent about $4,000 of growth in a year before taxes and fees. You didn't have to work an extra 500 hours to earn that money. Your capital was working alongside you. Of course, real investment returns are never guaranteed. Some years can be negative. But over long periods, productive assets have historically provided investors opportunities for growth. That's why time matters so much. And this brings us to one of the biggest mistakes people make. Waiting for the perfect time to start. They wait for the market to crash. They wait for a higher salary. They wait until they understand every investment term. They wait until they have more money. Years pass. And nothing changes. You don't need to know everything before you begin. You need a reasonable plan, good financial habits, and the discipline to keep improving your knowledge. Start with what you understand. Then learn more as you go. So what could your roadmap look like? First, build financial stability. Second, eliminate or aggressively manage expensive debt. Third, increase your income. Fourth, create a consistent savings and investing system. Fifth, invest for the long term in diversified investments appropriate for your goals and risk tolerance. And finally, increase your contributions whenever your income increases. If you get a raise, don't automatically spend the entire raise. If you earn extra income, don't automatically upgrade your lifestyle. Give your future self a percentage of every increase. Here's the mindset shift I want you to remember. Don't ask, how can I get rich quickly? Ask, how can I become financially stronger every year? That question changes everything. Maybe this year you save your first $5,000. Next year, you improve your income. The year after that, you increase your investment contributions. 5 or 10 years later, you may look back and realize that the small decisions you almost ignored became a 6-figure portfolio. That's how wealth is often built. Quietly. Consistently. Over a long period of time. And remember, your first $100,000 doesn't have to come from one perfect investment. It can come from your career, your savings, your investments, your side income, your business, and most importantly, your behavior. The exact timeline will be different for everyone. Someone earning $40,000 will have a different path from someone earning $150,000. Someone starting at 25 has a different timeline from someone starting at 45. There is no universal deadline. The important thing is to start building your system. So if you're currently sitting at $0, don't feel discouraged. Your first $100,000 may look incredibly far away today. But every dollar you save and invest is a step toward it. Focus on increasing your income. Control your lifestyle. Avoid expensive debt. Invest consistently. And give compounding enough time to work. Your first $100,000 isn't just a financial milestone. It's proof that you learned how to make money, keep money, and put money to work. And once you learn that skill, your next financial milestone can become much more achievable. If you found this video useful, subscribe to Roy Finance for more simple, practical personal finance videos. And comment below. How much money are you trying to save or invest first? $10,000, $50,000, or $100,000? I'll see you in the next video.